pusher. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap. This game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Run loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Now it's Purdy. Taking a shot deep here. And oh, he drops the deep shot. A big play to start the game, but it slips through incomplete. He had him block throws on target. Gotta help your guy out early in the game, right?
Yeah, it's not on the quarterback. I think we can all see that that was a catchable ball. But I've got a feeling he'll volunteer to take some of the blame anyway. That's just the way he's wired.
3rd and long for him here. And that one's not going to be caught. Could have extended the drive, but the defender timed it perfectly, breaks it up. That means it's 4th down. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that one. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Rodgers throwing to start it off. On target to his back will be Dowdle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Might shift to the run here, 3rd and inches. A pistol snap. Rodgers And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down. Possibly an early indicator of where they're going to want to go when they want important yards, Brock. Didn't need that much on third down, but they chose to throw for it instead of run it.
Yeah, one of the things about that down and distance is you typically get man-to-man coverage. So I don't mind that call, being aggressive, but you got to find a way to execute.
So here we go. This is that aggressive mindset they've been talking about. They're going for it here. They'll go. Dowdle. The defense seizing the opportunity. Great stop. They've got a turnover on downs, and they get their guys the ball in plus territory.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run, and the reward is they get off the field.
First down from the 42. Tight end going in motion here. A pitch to McCaffrey. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Second down, Purdy. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up third down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here's Purdy to throw. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So it seems like either way they were getting a fourth down here, but this way cost them some extra yardage too.
Yeah, I get you want to avoid a possible turnover by forcing it down the field, but it's really hard to find a scenario where 10 yards and a loss of downs is the better outcome.
And this is the punt you want every time. It bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. All right, they're out and set. Here we go, first and 10. They give to Washington. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, that kind of game may not take a safety out of the picture on the next play, but at least you won't have half your guys standing in the end zone on the next snap. That was a valuable little run right there.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. They'll go with Dowdle on the run. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. Working near his goal line. And the pressure gets home. He doesn't throw it in time. That's a safety.
In the end zone. Result of the play is a safety.
So they give away the lead on the safety, and now they're going to have to give away the football with a free kick. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. First and 10 coming up. On the counter, McCaffrey. He's hit, finally taken out. So call it a gain of about 23 on the play before they got to him. And that is a San Francisco first down.
Hey, you know by now I'm not shy about referencing movies during the game, and that run, that was a picture-perfect script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with a twist, head the other way for a big run.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. How about this? It's a 2-0 ball game. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They're looking at second and 3. Going run again with McCaffrey. There's the stop. Looks to be about 7 yards on that play. That's going to be good for a 49ers first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Well, he's got his early highlights, Brock, but you know he wants to add a few more to that reel before this game wraps up.
There's no question about that. You want to get that century mark.
Yeah.
That's a number that running backs are proud of, and stacking runs like that will sure help.
Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they have those people behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Looking to throw, Purdy. Pressure closing in. They're going to get him back at the 20. Sebastian Joseph Day. And that sets up 3rd and 15 to go.
Get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Acrisure Stadium in just a moment. Got to figure out this third down here. They kick the running back in motion. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Then he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Piniero's kick is good. It sails right through. A beautifully placed football.
So some quick math up here in the booth. 2 points on the safety, another 3 on the ensuing field goal. Not a bad series of events. You want to be the ones that control the momentum in the lead.
Now Piniero on to handle the kickoff. On the return, it's Jalen Warren. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Looked like a first for a moment, but still a couple of inches left to go. Second down. Rodgers to throw. Dump off caught by his back. He goes out of bounds after a gain of about 3. And that is good for Pittsburgh. First down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Now here's Rodgers. Gets it downfield on target to Metcalf. Just after the catch, he is hit and stopped. A nice gain, though, down to the enemy 41.
Another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10. Rodgers will look to throw. Jump ball here, and it's an interception! Picked off by Upton Stout. And the 49ers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
First and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Approaching the final minute here before halftime. Now Purdy. On the move, headed right. And he's going to be taken down back at the 39. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Second down.
Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see. Here's second and 19. After the sack, Purdy. On him again, and it's the same results. They drop him again. The Steelers use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely third down pickup.
Purdy throwing here. Escapes the pocket. This throw is going to wind up incomplete. The intended target is running back, and the results, fourth down coming up.
You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
And that'll hit and get out of bounds. Left some meat on the bone with that one.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, first and 10. Here's Rodgers. And this one is launched downfield. And they can't connect on the deep low. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's second and 10. Now Rodgers. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Geez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Rodgers set to pass. This is a heater going deep. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. So we'll take the interception back inside the 35, where he goes out of bounds.
This is such the back and forth nature of this game that we all love. Defense is just infused with confidence. Back-to-back possessions, taking it away, and offensively, boy, you just feel like you're killing your team right now. Got to protect the football.
Purdy looking to throw. Chased out to his right. Trying to get back, but he's not going to return to the line. He's taken down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. It's going to push him back for second down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Purdy throwing here on second. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
I say to you all the time, Kate, to get a quarterback in the rhythm. Completions. Well, this is the opposite of rhythm. There is none because we have not had a completion yet.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe two more snaps.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do, try to force that fourth down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure. And let the cover guys go shut it down.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will add to their score.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over. But I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
Warren with the return here. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for San Francisco.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Warren with the return here. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10. They'll start on the ground. Dowdle. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Michael Williams there to haul him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. To throw, Rodgers. Gets him on the in route. And he's going to manage 13 yards here before going down. That picks them up to first.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage really sets them up now to be aggressive with the new set of downs.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Here's Rodgers on first and 10. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Had it for a moment, but the hit jars it loose. Fortunate, Rock, that it did too, because that would have been a big strike otherwise. Instead, just second down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Throwing on second, Rogers. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the 49ers get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Oh man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Purdy. Down the left sideline he goes. He'll see himself out with a gain of 28. It will be first down 49ers.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Purdy to throw it. Reeled in by George Kittle. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
George Kittle. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines should have wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, here's Purdy. Drops back. Cameron Hayward. And they're driven even further from the end zone on that play. A loss of 6. It's now 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. And guys, man, that's a San Francisco touchdown. Mike Evans capping a 7-play scoring drive. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. And this kick was just mishit. It is wide left and no good.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for San Francisco.
So after the missed extra point, he is still out there, and he's going to put it back in play. Warren with the return here. He's stopped on the run back of the 27.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Rogers. And he's not going to get away. Pressure takes him down at the 19. Nick Bosa. A nice Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Upton Stout. And he's into the end zone for the pick 6 for San Francisco.
Touchdown.